You would not believe what I have in the car with me right now. Might not be able to see what it is, but in these blankets, I have a spotted skunk. I'm taking him out to the coast here in Oregon to get released into the wild. So this is going to be an adventure. I really hope this guy doesn't go off as I hit the road. Wish me luck. You can chalk this up to one of the craziest things I have ever done. You might ask, does it smell like skunk in here? Oh yeah. My poor car. It's really not that bad though. Kind of get used to it.
And this is my world now.
My name is Alan Lacey, and I'm a wildlife filmmaker, cameraman, and producer. Adventure with me as I explore the amazing world of nature and show you what it's like filming the wild. I am almost arrived to my first destination this morning. I am coming to pick up a spotted skunk and take him to the coast, where I will be releasing him and also filming him as well. So this is going to be quite an adventure. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on me, like literally. So we'll see how this goes. So I've arrived here at the Wildlife Center to pick up the spotted skunk, and well, this is certainly going to be an adventure today. He's supposed to be wrapped up like a burrito, so here I am going to make it happen. Alright, so I made it to the first destination, waiting for the skunk to arrive. I'll tell you, I'm a little bit nervous about taking it in the car with me, but it should be a good day regardless. Beautiful little place though. This place is the Turtle Ridge Wildlife Center. So they do a lot of rehabilitation of sick and injured animals that they get in here from the Willamette Valley, and earlier this year they had a little baby spotted skunk that they received, and so it's time to release him into the wild, and that's my job today. So also hoping to get some up close footage of this guy too, because spotted skunks are not very common, or rather they're rare to find because they're mostly nocturnal, so not a whole lot is known about them. So we're gonna get some video of them just because they're rare, and it'd be just a neat little thing to get. And hopefully this guy is all good to go, and they say he's gonna be wrapped up pretty decently, so that way I don't have to worry about any accidents on the way over. But should be pretty cool. This is Jessie Gill, director of the Turtle Ridge Wildlife Center. About a week ago, she reached out regarding an opportunity to release a western spotted skunk.
He was probably only about 2 months old, so just a little tiny guy, and he was just lifeless. He's so emaciated, just like a little skeleton of a skunk. And so I was really not that optimistic that he would be able to pull through that, and he was just unconscious. So we started giving him fluids, warming him up, and he had one really huge tick on him that when I finally got that off, he just kind of started waking up. He had tick paralysis, most likely. Ticks will produce like a toxin, and it will just paralyze them, and he could have been like that for a couple days, and it just, it's, in his case, that would have totally been fatal. We've just been like totally hands off, provide food, but like, we provide ways for him to hunt and forage, and it's just really like us feeling good about having enough weight on him. Like, we like him to be like super chub, and so he can make it through the first winter.
All right, it's go time. Got the skunk in my car. Definitely can tell it's a skunk, so here we go. Now, right about here, I started thinking to myself, what on earth have I gotten myself into? I mean, seriously, what was I thinking? I guess I just had to hold my breath and then pray I didn't get baptized into skunk infamy.
But I'm back in the race again. It might not look pretty.
Western spotted skunks are found throughout Oregon and the western United States. However, they aren't common in the Willamette Valley here in Oregon. But this guy was found closer towards the coast in a heavily forested area. So, to give this guy the best chance of thriving after release, it was important to release him near the area he was found. Alright, so we have reached the area where this little guy was rescued. So now I just gotta figure out how to find a place to release him in an area where there's not a lot of traffic, and then it's a good ways away from traffic too, so that even if he wanders around, he's not gonna end up wandering across the road. So that's my biggest concern, honestly. I'm not worried about being sprayed, I'm worried about that.
Yeah, hard work looks easy when everything you touch turns gold. I was made for this.
Alright, so found the dirt road. Ways off the road. I was not expecting this to be open. I thought it was going to be gated, but this is going to work out great. There's an area I wanted to get to a little further ways down here with an area right close to a riparian zone with a nice stream, so that'll be a perfect place to let this guy go. And this is like perfect habitat for him. This mountain is wooded. It's exactly what they prefer, at least in this part of the state. And should be a great place for him to get a good head start on getting ready for the winter. So I'm pretty excited about this. And it's off the road. Huge win. So I think I found the spot where I'm gonna let this guy out. It's kind of a ways away from the road. We're a couple miles away from the road, actually. These guys don't have very big, couple square mile territories. So we're far enough away from a busy road, on a logging road. And yeah, it's time to put this plan into action. So hopefully this guy cooperates and I come out unscathed. So we shall see how that goes. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Sunspot on this log. Chances are it's gonna take him a while to come out of his little enclosure, but this has got some nice areas for him to be in. I think I'll just probably put him up in here. Actually, that's great. Uphill, be looking right at him. So yeah, I'll probably in this area right off through here. So I'll set him up. It'll be downhill, so hopefully he comes towards me. I'm gonna try to go off camera a bit, or not off camera, but downwind of it quite a ways. Then I'll have my telephoto lens to zoom in on it, and I'll try to corral it so that it'll come this direction when he does decide to leave. So it's gonna be a trick. Wildlife never does what you want it to do, so we'll give it our best go. But we'll see what happens. Now it's time to go get him. When the team at the Wildlife Center tried to capture the skunk and put him in a carrier, he simply did not want to cooperate. So instead, they just wrapped him up like a burrito inside his favorite log, which had to weigh at least 70 pounds. But it felt more like 200. Now let me tell you, hugging 70 pounds of musky, skunky blankets, you begin to reconsider your life choices up to this point. But to me, this was totally worth it, giving this skunk a new and better life. I just brought skunk down here to the release site. That log he's in is heavy. Man, I tell you what, took about all I had to bring it in here. But he's here. So I'm gonna set up right over here where the tripod is. I'll be just down off the side. He's gonna be coming out and hopefully working his way this way. I gotta catch my breath. I'm gonna try to set up a couple different camera angles using GoPros to try to get as he exits, but it's really interesting to see how he does. And I sure hope I don't get sprayed, because I think moving him that much, he's probably pretty aggravated right now. So I'm gonna let him cool down a little bit and we'll see. It's an interesting day. I can smell him. All right. Well, please don't spray me, bud.
This next part is really where I was the most nervous. Unwrapping the skunk and becoming completely exposed to his business end. If ever there was a chance to get sprayed, this was definitely going to be it. Especially after lugging him around like that and likely agitating him a little bit. I decided I would take my time and work slowly to peel back the blankets. And then cut my way through the chicken wire, which was keeping the skunk inside his log home. Every so often, I would see him peek his little nose at me, and so I would put the blanket back over the log until I was able to work it free, just for added security.
Alright, managed to get it all undone without getting sprayed. Now it's time to do the job I came here for. Release it and film it. Whew. By the way, if you haven't done so already, give this video a like if you, and also consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos about wildlife and wildlife related content, especially when it comes to wildlife filmmaking. I'd love to have you join me along the journey. Alright. Oh, if you think I'm pretty crazy, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section below.
And tell me if you think I made it through this whole ordeal without getting sprayed. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. And no, I didn't get sprayed right here. But it was time to settle in and wait for him to make his grand entrance into his new habitat.
Now it's a waiting game. He's sitting in his log. I'm waiting for him to do something. Hopefully he comes out. I put a couple of his favorite little snacks. Likes these like mice. So I put a few of those out. Hopefully he'll
This was all pretty new to our little friend, and spotted skunks are very shy to begin with, so this simply became a waiting game. After what felt like several hours, I finally noticed some movement in the leaves by the stump. Could it be that our little friend was finally building enough courage to venture outside the safety and security of his log? I got pretty excited, and to be honest, I think our friend did too. Now you'll notice that spotted skunks look a little bit different than their striped cousins you are probably more familiar with. They have this unique series of broken stripes and spots that extend all along their body. They also have this adorable circular shaped patch of white between their eyes. They are also about 1/3 the size of a regular skunk and look just a little bit more weaselly. After spending several months at the Wildlife Center regaining his strength and recovering from his near-death experience, not to mention the ride in my car just now, you can see the excitement and joy as he playfully explores and takes in all of the new sights, sounds, and smells of his new environment. Now our little guy here is exploring his brand new home. He has a keen sense of smell, with a nose that can hone in on the unique scents of insects and small rodents. And let me tell you, there was no shortage of beetles and flies attracted to the, how should we say, unique odor protruding from his little log or den. Not much is known about spotted skunks. Though they are considered common in areas in the West, they are not seen very often and can be considered rare. They are primarily nocturnal and are a very shy and elusive animal, so spending a little time with one of these guys up close was really quite amazing. Even if an occasional whiff of bona fide skunk musk wafted my way.
Alright, it's getting kind of darker now. Spotted skunks are nocturnal. All skunks are nocturnal. So in theory, this guy should be starting to get more active, but it's getting dark, so I don't know if I'll be able to film much longer. I do have a couple lights, but I'll have to disturb it to do that. So we shall see. So far though, I have not got sprayed, which is awesome. Yeah, my friends, it's the last of the light. Our little friend has stayed inside most of the time. He came out a few times, but I think I'm going to end up with just the shots of him on the log. He is so cute though, my goodness. So I'm about ready to call it here, so I'm going to pack up my stuff and get back to the car and let this guy be. But been a success so far. I wish the poor little guy a successful future, and may he find other spotted skunks out here.
What a day. Never would have thought in my wildest dreams that I would ever have the opportunity to release a wild skunk. Or even have it in my own car. I mean, what an insane day. But he didn't spray me, so I call that a success. Even though it definitely kind of had that skunky musk odor in my vehicle. Hopefully that doesn't stay too long. But yeah, really successful. The skunk is doing well. He's acclimating. He'll probably stay in this area for the next couple of days until he kind of gets more used to this new environment. But I actually released him in an area that's really close by where he was found when he was injured, so it gives him the best opportunities for success. There's a stream real nearby, and there's been tons and tons of beetles and insects I've been seeing all over the forest floor. So he's going to have plenty of food to eat here as well. So and I even gave him a couple little freezer mice as well. So he's got a good head start going into winter here. So I'm pretty excited about it. I wish him the best. But it's kind of late, so I think I'm going to head home, call the video here. So if you guys haven't done so yet, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, give it that like. It really helps these videos get propelled into being able to do better. And if you haven't done so yet, I would love to see you guys subscribe to this channel. If you like wildlife and wildlife related content, or maybe are interested in behind the scenes filming of what it takes to make a wildlife documentary, I'd love to have you along on this journey. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm still kind of getting the feel for things here, so it's going to be a lot of fun moving forward. So I have a question for you guys too. If you ever had the opportunity to release a skunk into the wild, kind of like this, would you do it? Or was this just too insane? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below. And in the meantime, keep an eye out for another episode of Filming the Wild. All right, it's time to go home, take a shower. Probably need one. All right, guys, catch you later.